Help.
Rexulti is the only FDA-approved medication proven to reduce symptoms of agitation that may happen with dementia due to Alzheimer's disease. Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death, weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
I'm glad I asked for help.
Ask your loved one's doctor today about Rexulti. Moments matter.
Scan the code on your screen now for this exclusive offer from HydroSpark Pro. Discover the new trend that's bubbling up as the future of hydration innovation. Get hydrogen-infused water now with the HydroSpark Pro. Fill it up, push the button, and in just 3 minutes, H2OMG, you've got hydrogen-infused water. And for a limited time, the HydroSpark Pro is 20% off. Scan the code on your screen and get the HydroSpark Pro today.
Scan the code on your screen to order your hot hair balloon, the hairdryer accessory that you just have to try for yourself. Get yours now.
Some talkback callers have been pretty nice to us this week. Other callers think they're being too nice. But first, a call about a fabricated story about a school shooting.
I think that young man who told that story about the shooting definitely needs professional help.
Boy, it's nice Stroudsburg giving money back to the taxpayers in that school district. All these other little jocos around here ought to take seed to that and give money back to the taxpayers, because the pockets are getting real empty. So they should take note to what they're doing. Have a nice day.
Scott Schaefer, you turn around and mention on your broadcast about the penny being taken away. I'm like, no, I had just had a penny party the other day at a church. It was great. We enjoyed the heck out of it. Got baskets and everything. And beside that, if it costs so much for the penny, why don't you eliminate all the other ones, like the nickel and the quarter, and just have the penny, the dime, and the dollar, and keep the dollar as a paper. Probably be less expensive. Anyhow, I just want us to keep the penny. I think it's awesome.
Kurt Aaron, when is it going to snow again and ice up? I want to go sledding and ice skating. I wish it would up and do it now. That way we don't have to worry about the heat and stuff. It'd be great not to get baked out by the sun and stuff in hot weather. Let's see when you can up and predict more snow and ice.
I just want to say thank you, John, for those wonderful pictures you put on there. I enjoy that wildlife every Wednesday. Keep them coming. That is really sweet. Thank you. You guys have a good day.
I see Ego Trip 16 is alive and well. The last couple days, most of the calls have been, somebody looks so pretty, somebody looks so nice. Is there any other calls that are worthwhile that you could put on besides compliments to yourself?
I'm really tired of the patting on your back about how great everybody is, okay? Give us something with substantial news, whatever, but stop patting yourself on the back.
You can call Talkback 16 at 1-800-228-WNEP, and you can always find Talkback 16 online at WNEP.com. Newswatch 16 at 6 is next.
Guilty pleas today from a man accused in a string of arsons in 2 communities. We are live at the courthouse. This city is turning into Hollywood for a weekend. We'll stop by before folks here raise the curtain on the community's first film festival. And Mother Nature cutting us enough of a break this afternoon for the resumption of some very important baseball and softball games. Will the rain leave us be for a while longer? Yes and no. Kurt has the forecast here on Newswatch 16 at 6.
Despite being on an antidepressant, I was still masking my depression symptoms.
My doctor said it could be because my antidepressant alone wasn't enough, so she recommended an add-on treatment. she recommended adding Rexulti.
When taken with an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms, more than an antidepressant alone.
So with my antidepressant, Rexulti could provide a boost.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Could adding Rexulti
Be right for you?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Newswatch 16 is sponsored by your local Ford stores. Hurry in today for the best offers or check out Ford's full lineup at local.ford.com today. From WNEP, the news station. This is Newswatch 16 at 6.
A man charged with arson, accused of setting several fires across the area, in court today. What he had to say to the judge is our top story on Newswatch 16 at 6. Good evening, I'm Scott Schaefer. The man from Wayne County accused of a string of arsons back in 2023 has his day in court. Police say he set the former Gouldsboro Inn and other empty buildings on fire. Today he entered guilty pleas. Newswatch 16's Emily Kress joins us live from the Wayne County Courthouse in Honesdale. Emily.
Scott, today's plea hearing for Michael Yizcanin was quick, only lasting a few minutes as he entered those guilty pleas on 2 arson cases instead of heading to trial. 33-year-old Michael Yizcanin of Gouldsboro walked quietly into the Wayne County Courthouse to face a judge as he entered several guilty pleas. It was April 14th, 2023, when fire crews were dispatched at 4:20 a.m. for a fire at the former Gouldsboro Inn. A passerby called 911, and when fire crews arrived, the building was engulfed in flames. Investigators say 55 firefighters responded to that call, putting them all at risk. Then the next day, on April 15th, crews were called to another fire just across the street from the Gouldsboro Inn. Newswatch 16 was there as state police arrested Yizcanin days later on arson and related charges for fires in the Gouldsboro area. He was identified through surveillance video. Cell phone records confirm he was in the vicinity when the fire started. He also refused to provide a timeline of his whereabouts. Then in June of 2023, police connected Yizcanin to 2 other fires in Lackawanna County, one of them destroying the former Library Pizza on Church Street in Jessup in the early morning hours. In those arson cases, Yizcanin pled guilty last month in Lackawanna County Court. He has yet to be sentenced in those cases. And as for here in Wayne County, Yizcanin is expected back here in court for sentencing in July. Emily Kress, Newswatch 16, reporting live in Wayne County.
Thank you very much, Emily. Staying in Wayne County, 2 people face charges after a break-in near Gouldsboro. Police say Curtis Strunk and Thomas Herman, both of Lackawanna County, broke into a home in Lehigh Township last month. The 2 allegedly attacked someone inside, and as the suspects were leaving, they threw a vacuum cleaner through a kitchen window. Strunk and Herman face burglary and assault charges in Wayne County. U.S. Marshals offering a reward for a homicide suspect from Sunbury. Last summer, Davion Creel was shot near the Northumberland County Courthouse. He later died at the hospital. One of the accomplices, Nasir Robinson, pleaded guilty to terroristic threat charges last month. But police say the alleged shooter, Denari Springs, is still on the loose. A $2,500 reward is out for information leading to Springs' arrest. Tips can be called into 1-877-WANTED-2. A man from Williamsport faces charges after a police chase in central Pennsylvania. The chase started on Route 15 in Union County Saturday. Jordan Lance allegedly drove 83 in a 55 zone. A trooper tried to stop him, but he continued speeding right onto Interstate 80. He was eventually stopped in Clinton County. He's charged with reckless endangerment after the incident in central PA. A Starbucks in Lackawanna County is open again a little more than 24 hours after a car slammed into it. South Abington Township police say an elderly couple stopped for a beverage here. Then the driver accidentally hit the gas. Nobody was hurt. The hole in the wall is boarded, and customers are welcome back here at the Starbucks near Clark Summit. After some morning clouds and rain, we welcomed clearing skies across much of northeastern and central Pennsylvania this afternoon. Chief Meteorologist Kurt Ahrens keeping an eye on a bit of a seesaw forecast. heading toward the weekend. Kurt.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, a beautiful afternoon here in our backyard. And as far as most of the viewing area, 95% of us not seeing any rain. At northeast corner, had a couple of isolated showers. That's it. Good evening to you at home. Thank you for joining us here on WNEP. Let's talk about what's going on right now. And I want to focus on that right there. You can see the clouds moving in. That's ahead of our next system. That's the one that's going to bring us rain tomorrow night as we get into Saturday. But it's not going to last all weekend. A couple of those sprinkles in that northeast corner I was talking about. That's it. But hey, even in the Poconos with the clouds and temps only in the 60s, look at the outdoor pool. Way to go. Love it. And there's future clouds and radar showing a few, and even into the evening hours, we'll have a chance for that isolated shower, and then they'll taper off overnight into tomorrow. Tomorrow looks like a very nice day early on. So any of those isolated showers we see overnight will be ending. And then the next 3 days, this is what we have. Friday, we're looking at, again, just a stray shower. Most of the day will be dry, and we will have sunshine from mid-morning through early afternoon. Then more clouds move in ahead of our next system. Saturday, that system moves through in the morning and early afternoon. And then Sunday still looks like the pick of the weekend, breezy with the mix of sun and clouds. Scott, coming up in a little bit, I'll break down because I know there's a lot of things going on Saturday, morning, afternoon, events going on. We'll break down the timing of the rain hour by hour, give you an idea of what you can expect.
You're good. Look forward to it.
You got it.
Thank you, Kurt. You can get the latest Storm Tracker 16 forecast sent right to you. All you have to do is text the word weather to the number on your screen, 570-826-1616. A fire department in Wayne County is serving pizza to help build a new headquarters. All week, Lake Ariel Fire Company has Firehouse Concessions pizza truck on site. A portion of the sales, plus tips, will go back to the department.
As for these type of events, we can kind of take a break and not use all of our manpower for 1 week full of an event. So it's extremely important because a lot of this is going to go to general maintenance, fuel, things like that.
The pizza truck will be at the Lake Ariel Fire Company tomorrow and Saturday from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. each day. A children's museum in Columbia County is expanding its STEM programs. The Bloomsburg Children's Museum just received a grant to create more classes and workshops for children ages 10 to 17. Staff say it comes at a good time as the museum continues to serve more people. Last year, more than 44,000 stopped by.
But what we see is the more and more that we go out into the communities and people find out the things that we're doing, more and more people want to attend the programs or ask us, hey, did you ever think about doing a program in this area?
The Bloomsburg Children's Museum is running STEM programs like maker camps and Lego engineering classes all summer. Aspiring filmmakers from all over the world heading to the Cole region this weekend, all for a first-of-its-kind event. A preview of the Pottsville Film Festival that's coming up next on Newswatch 16 at 6. But first, we would like to say how proud we are to serve you Old Forge, the home of the Blue Devils, and some pretty decent pizza. We love you, Old Forge, and all of our fine friends in Lackawanna County.
Despite being on an antidepressant, I was still masking my depression symptoms.
My doctor said it could be because my antidepressant alone wasn't enough, so she recommended an add-on treatment. She recommended adding Rexulti.
When taken with an antidepressant, Rexulti was proven to significantly reduce depression symptoms, more than an antidepressant alone.
So with my antidepressant, Rexulti could provide a boost.
Elderly people with dementia-related psychosis have increased risk of death or stroke. Antidepressants may increase suicidal thoughts and actions and worsen depression in children and young adults. Call your healthcare provider right away to report new or sudden changes in mood, behavior, thoughts, or feelings, or if you develop suicidal thoughts or actions. Report fever, stiff muscles, and confusion, which can be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements, which may be permanent. High blood sugar can lead to coma or death. Weight gain, increased cholesterol, unusual urges, dizziness on standing, falls, seizures, trouble swallowing, or sleepiness may occur.
Could adding Rexulti
be right for you?
Ask your doctor about adding Rexulti.
Things were already so difficult for my